Hey guys, welcome back to Winter Wolf's Den. Winter Wolf over here and King Z over there. It's that time. Fallout Season 2 has come to an end. We just checked it out yesterday and today, did a little rewatch, got a couple of notes taken, a couple questions to ask. We're going to get into the finale. Always welcome to follow along in the video. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of Fallout. Let us know if they had any big changes to the lore that don't quite add up, hits and misses, and whether or not they stick the landing, because I think that's what King Z and I are usually into is do they deliver? Because thus far, the show has widely been considered a success through 2 seasons. I haven't seen anything negative floating around online, any off-screen controversies. People seem generally, at least, I'd say, better than satisfied with the story that's being told. Of course, there are some lore purists out there that aren't, they're not good with some of the nickel and diming of different little pieces of lore. And there's always a couple of nutbags out there that hate anything that, has any POCs in it or any female leads. I don't think that's this show. I haven't felt preached at. That's not the point of the show at all. It's just a wasteland story. Go King Z.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in a wasteland, pretty much anyone can really step up, and that's pretty much what this is the story of. It's a story of mostly a father and a daughter and their rocky relationship as they go through the wastelands, while an orphan who had nothing after coming out of a refrigerator now is a war hero, and a dude who's turning into something. His arms are dropping off, makes a shot with his toes.
It was a great shot by Thaddeus, dude. It was a great shot. Great shot. Yeah. I got questions about that whole sequence with the Deathclaws and the strip. That's going to be in my nitpick section of the episode. And I wanted to ask you first, since now this is their second full season, right?
Second full season
in the bag.
16 episodes.
Right. I remember being largely satisfied with the conclusion of season 1 and how it sets up the season 2 arc.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think this season concluded with that level of gravitas or effectiveness, or did it fall flat somewhere? Like, where are you at with your just impression of how it finished? And we'll talk about the episode details, of course. But I'm just curious about that first.
So how it finished, it really didn't set up another season. This is type of wrap up you would get when it's like, are we going to get renewed or we're not going to get renewed? Because you could cancel it now and you're just like, the only cliffhanger you really have is what's going to happen in New Vegas.
Right.
And of course, you got the Ghoul out there in the mountains, going to freeze in the past somewhere.
Yeah. Heading to Colorado. Yeah. That's what I mean. I feel like the ending of season 1 gave us like a clear-cut direction of a thing that our main characters all had to do. And we're going to do the woo, hit him with the jazz hands, King. The end of this season just sets up that there's a coming battle in New Vegas, but it's really nobody has direct ties to giving a damn that that's going to go down. Like, Lucy feels some obligation for having not prevented that from happening. I guess I'm not sure exactly like why, like because her dad did research or something. I don't know. But like Thaddeus has the whole Paladin complex going for him now. We've already seen him legitimately stand between imminent peril and demise and the townsfolk. So I get maybe he cares a little bit, but like the Ghoul's pissed, fucked off and gone somewhere else. Like this doesn't feel as compelling as a setup for a season to me. It did leave me a little
because it kind of separates the 3 mains.
Yeah, dude. I don't
even
want
though it does bring
from Lucy at all. Dude.
It does bring Lucy and Maximus back together, which
that's not as interesting, dude. Come on.
Well, we don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Dude, he's not as interesting as the Ghoul. That's all there is to it.
Well, he could change after this whole battle in New Vegas. He's the new sheriff.
Maybe. And that's clearly the direction they're heading. I think, what kind of saved the ending for me is that, again, they pulled a Percy Jackson. Like, they gave us, obviously it's not from season 3, but it's a nice little stinger about season 3 where we're back on the Brotherhood. Quintus has survived a little insurrection and the uprising of all the multiple factions, and he's pretty pissed.
Yeah, Quintus the Unifier is dead.
Long live Quintus the Destroyer.
And then he brings out the bit, like I was thinking Arc Raiders right off the bat with that huge thing. Was that Liberty
Prime Alpha? Giant effing robot from I think a couple of the Fallout games. I think from 3. and
Mm.
a couple of other appearances. Like that's a big deal. Like in lore, I did a little reading on that earlier, just because I haven't played a lot of the older games. So like when dude rolled the blueprint out, I was like, okay,
Mm.
that's not power armor. I think that's some kaiju size big ass thing.
Yeah,
It's
when I
gonna
first
wreck
saw it, I thought it
house.
was like a new power armor or
Yeah,
something, and then
no,
I saw
it's
like how big it
the
was. I was like,
scale. Yeah, it's
yeah, I'm like,
big.
that's big.
Yes, I mean that's intriguing because that means that the Legion is coming to Vegas. The Enclave is fully in play now and
Yeah.
also coming to Vegas because Stephanie put the hit out on it. Initiate phase 2, which clearly had to be attack the last known position of the die. I don't know how she knows that. I don't think she's calling the Enclave into the vaults. I think she's sending them to clean up the surface or something. Like we're ready, I guess.
How will she know where the diode is?
She's not really connected to all that at all. So maybe
No,
I mean, and she hasn't been in
it's
contact with Hank either. That's right. Yeah, dude, I totally
remember
forgot.
the
Right.
second phase probably has to do with the virus that they're doing to the top side. That's the
Oh, dude, I
like
forgot all about the FEV. I totally forgot about
yeah,
that.
and
Yeah,
they were talking about like that the top side's the real experiment.
right. So you think Hank's in on the FEV then, right?
Yeah.
As a vault tech manager, like that's entirely his baby. Do
Mm.
you think that connects to where he told Lucy, "I've already sent my R&D into the wasteland, and folks have been following orders all along from 200 years ago and
Yeah, they're
don't know it"?
following century-long orders
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, I thought that whole ending bit got a little muddy for me. I watched it twice, and I'm still convinced that I didn't organize those details as neatly as I wanted to. Particularly the part where Lucy gets the upper hand on Dad and the giant Viking guy in the nice shirt and tie because the ghoul shoots him through the face, back of the head with
Yeah,
the rail gun, the arrow gun, whatever, the bolt gun. And then Lucy gets the mind control thing on Papa,
yeah,
right? But before she can activate it, he activates it and wipes
yes.
his memory or something.
Yep, so he wouldn't tell her the rest on how to
Right.
stop what he already started.
What did he start? Is he referring to the FEV, to the virus?
He started something. That's reason that's I guess that's second cliffhanger on top of the Legion
Yeah.
marching on New Vegas is what did he start by pushing that button and erasing his memory? Because he said he sent his R&D out, and
Yeah.
these people are going to be following directives that are a
Right.
century old. So I
But he and
guess
he
there's already people who have it in there that just weren't
yes.
acted yet.
That's what I'm saying. He also mentioned the whole bit with the miniaturization of the automated man device that they're getting smaller, the neck
Mm.
implants that people do already have them. Like, well, how? You had that many people working for Vault Tech, or you were snatching up homeless people off the streets like the
They
one guy
They might
that
have had more people and they unfrosted them and sent them out into the
maybe
wasteland and
yeah. I thought a bunch of that was
because they're
unclear,
not
but
the
yeah,
only vault dwellers because there wouldn't be a term for them if they were the first out of the
true.
vault.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't need everything spelled out, and because I have enough faith in the show that I think a lot of these things do get answered in season 3, like definitively. Like I don't think this is mystery box stuff. I was just like it was a little muddy as I was going through it, especially when he hits the device and it looks like he dies, right? And she
Yeah.
grabs him by the chest and she starts crying. And he's like, "Oh, miss, why are you crying? You got a smudge." And then he has like one other line, and he just starts staring off into space. Like, but did you wipe his memory, or like
Yeah,
do you now eat
that's
glue?
why he
Like,
called her Miss because
right.
he doesn't recognize her.
But like he also didn't get up and say, "Who am I? Where am I?" Like he just sat there. Like, what's next, dude? Like, is he toast? Is he back in season 3? Like, where do we go?
Yeah, and
Like,
also
is he
like
still a character?
what was put in his brain after she smashed the mainframe?
Right. So, dude, that's kind of that's kind of my next question, right? Explain to me, like I'm 5, the senator's head in the jar. What exactly was she powering? What was
The
the
good
point of all that?
thoughts.
The good thoughts that are now being what transmitted to the people that have the super miniaturized
Yeah,
stick.
the one that
That's why
didn't
he
blow
mentioned
up
the
people's heads.
personality screen.
Yep,
Okay,
that's why he was putting the personalities into them instead of just being
right,
robots. What
and that's
Hausen
why
wanted.
he cited her personality type on the Briggs Myers specifically as being
Yeah,
this is the one you want for
that
personal. Okay,
yeah, the nice. It'd be a lot better if there's a lot more people like her in the
right,
world.
right, right. Okay, I see that. I was kind of that's where I was kind of thinking with that, and then of course the ghoul, not the ghoul, Lucy and Maximus run by the screen that says signal lost as they're overlooking New Vegas. And I'm like, well, what signal? She obviously beat this thing to death. Like that signal, was she transmitting shit to everything? Like
No,
that's where I was at, but I wasn't sure.
That's Hausen's computer.
Why was that signal lost then? I thought that was a signal being displayed of what she was doing for House.
No,
like, I thought that was the point of that.
No,
because his picture flickers back on that screen for like a frame or two.
And remember, he transferred himself to the Pip Boy to help the Ghoul find the management vault.
I just thought he had the Ghoul put the Pip Boy on so he could guide him. I didn't think he transferred his entire consciousness within the machine to that one device.
He might have, and now he's trying to get back to his machine.
Dumbass.
Well, he thought
for a billionaire genius, he's kind of dumb. He got outplayed a couple times here.
At some point, everybody works for me.
Yeah, good character. I like that he kind of put the Enclave on blast. The Enclave had Deathclaws at some point and released them into
the demon in the snow.
Yep. Like, so when was the Enclave working on demons in the snow pre-war that they had them ready to deploy during the war so Cooper could see one when he's been released from custody and is now working back for the army and has the power armor? Like, are my events all messed up?
Yeah, your timeline's way off, bro. Let me tell you. Let me break it down for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hausen was in, or not Hausen, but Howard was in the war before he was an actor.
Right. Oh, that's right. Right. He was a soldier turned actor, not the other way around. That's how he got famous. That's right. Duh. Okay.
Yeah. And so that happened while they were in the war with the Reds.
Right. And so the Enclave had Deathclaws 40 years before the bombs dropped?
Yes.
Okay.
And then if you go back to the Vegas flashback when he's talking to Hausen up in his penthouse, he's like, there's another actor out there.
I just don't know who
that's where the demon in the snow are coming from. They're already doing experiments.
Which we know the Enclave is like the scientific branch of like all the factions that are involved in the show. Because we meet the scientist in season 1 as he's smuggling out the diode. Right. All right. Thank you for putting that together for me there. That's that helped clarify that. But let's talk some specific scenes. There's a lot of interesting sequences here. Of course, everything on the strip with your boy Maximus. I thought that was pretty stuff. The bits with the townspeople in the shop as they're laying bets and having a little bit of banter. I thought a lot of that was really funny. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm going for 20 for 3. Like there was some funny.
If he loses, we all die. I'm still in for 20.
I'm still in for 20. That's good shit. And then the older guy, when Maximus crawls out of the suit, he's like, "Oh man, he's just a kid." He grabs a shotgun and racks, and he's like, "Let's go out there and take our town back." And the lady taking bets is like, "No, I'm not doing that." That's pretty funny.
I still think, when the Deathclaw comes at him, he has like the roulette wheel shield
and a pole cue
as his spear, and
not
then
even a broken one.
Not even takes a shot.
Pole cue, dude.
No, like a straight pole cue. Yeah,
it's like a regular functional.
But the Deathclaw takes a shot. I'm like, oh, that shotgun got power, but it didn't come from there. And then when they did the reveal of the dude, that is the guy who's on the cover of New Vegas. I'm like, oh, for a second there, I thought it was the playable character. Like it was bringing you back to who you play.
Oh, true.
In New Vegas, like that the playable character has made his entrance into the show. But then you saw the rest of the NCR shows up.
The NCR show up, right? I thought that was cool to get them back, because that gives the Vegasites. I don't know what you call people from Vegas. I'm just calling them Vegasites. Fighting chance. Look like they had some numbers. They had some equipment. The Legion is the Legion. We'll see what happens there. That's another bit of a scene to talk about. The scene that kind of opened the show, I think. Wasn't that the first up was Macaulay?
Yeah.
Being the new Kaiser. I mean, not Kaiser.
Kaiser. Spelled like Caesar.
We're gonna go to Vegas and build a palace.
A Kaiser palace.
The Kaiser. That was kind of funny. I thought that was a nice little Fallout level bit of screw job. Like, it's the middle of the battle. He grabs the Kaiser's body, drags it into the tent, gets the note that declares the succession plan. And the succession plan is, screw you guys, I'm going home.
There is no Caesar. Long live the Legion. It all ends with me.
Yep. I'm like, yep. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put that in my pocket right quick. And
Stabs
oh,
the dude who saw him
this
read
dude,
it.
this dude that I knew for 15 years, that's like my second in command down, shank.
Yep.
And he eats the note. Clever.
He eats the note,
Probably a good play.
and then he takes the role as Kaiser.
Yep. You know, makes a couple of big declarations. You know, they're gonna take back the Holy Land.
Holy
Like
Land of Vegas.
Vegas was the Holy Land. All right. I mean, I guess so.
They started their own crusade.
I guess so.
The
That's after they done
Holy
beat
Roman
the crap
crusade.
out of each other for what, a year ago. So the numbers are probably a little bit depleted after this little civil war situation.
It still looked like there was a crap ton of them coming down the strip there when they were looking at him coming down.
Yeah, they were mobilized. It's a nice little scene. So I guess that means we're getting more Macaulay Culkin. That's good. I think he's all right. He was kind of good in the role. It was kind of funny there. I don't know how I feel about the Ghoul going to Colorado. I know Fallout. Colorado is prominent in the games. I think it's in 3 and it's in New Vegas. There was a canceled game. I think that was called Van Buren that was supposed to also encompass a lot of that.
I think the first vault was in Colorado, like Fallout,
the OG game, maybe.
Yeah, the first one where you actually come out and you're a vault dweller coming out.
Yep.
Because they had a couple where you're in the vault trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, that was a top down, like 3.
Yeah, the tunnel
before it went FPS. Dude, I don't know how I feel about the Ghoul on his own with the dog. Like that's a big ask of the show to put him in a position to find new people to interact with and maybe recreate the Odd Couple vibe he had with Lucy. Like I don't know what they can do with that.
He's a dad on a mission. You ain't going to stop that.
Yeah, I didn't say I was going to stop him. I said it needs to be interesting along the way.
It'd just still be interesting. We just see what he does. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to spitball in my head, like what could you do? Because I feel like we're leaving behind a known good thing, that Odd Couple vibe. I think I like that. I like because they were both changing in each other's presence.
So what
I don't know that I want that subbed in with someone else.
What I think it will start with him at the vault in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to play the story of Fallout 4 where his wife is in there, but someone took the daughter and he's with the wife and they recover the daughter.
That'd be a good way to absorb that storyline. Not a bad idea. Some people are going to hate that.
Yep.
Yeah, flat out. Some people are going to hate that, but that's
you can't make everyone happy all the time.
True. And I see they adapt some portions with respect and make a good story out of what they adapt. And did you feel at all disappointed when it was revealed that wife and daughter were not in the cryopods? I think we all kind of probably.
I already knew that. I knew that.
Yeah.
It was too cloudy. I'm like, they're not in there.
Too cloudy, and it took 45 seconds for that door to hiss open.
Yeah.
Nobody home.
I was there as soon as he saw the name and he's like, "Do you want me to open?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Your princess is in another castle."
Got him. I like the callback to the postcard though. As soon as you see the Colorado postcard, you immediately think back to the where he had that flashback scene with Barbara, and of course the writing on the back is just Colorado was a good idea. We go, okay, solid. So she made it to that vault at least, and was like, "No, we're not going to stay here." We're going
see the part I don't get and I can't put together is that him and his daughter are together when the bombs start dropping.
Yes. So how did you lose her?
Yeah, that's the part I want. I need that puzzle piece put together. That's
dude.
I don't know question from season 1 that hasn't been answered yet.
Dude, I don't know if they can do that because how does the girl survive if she's not? I mean, maybe she's Ghoul, right?
Well, she was in the vault.
He thinks she was in the vault, but he had her. You're right. How would that have ever been? Dude, they might have to retcon that little detail out of continuity and figure something out. Because you're right. He was already away from the wife. Or I don't know if they were estranged, but he was with the daughter doing the punk ass birthday party.
Yeah,
and the bombs dropped in the background, and literally the shockwave came through.
Yeah,
which is very Fallout 4, by the way, because that's exactly how that game starts. Is you're getting hustled from your fucking 3.5 bath ranch
into the
vault into your neighborhood, right? So that's wild.
Then you crawl yourself in there, and then you see your kid getting kidnapped.
Right.
While you're trapped, and then you get out and you have to figure out where your kid is.
Right. But they might have to explain to you. I don't have a good answer for that either, and I wonder if maybe they just took the story in a different direction between seasons. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see what that answer is. They did not answer it in season 1.
No, they definitely did not. And I wonder if literally that's like hopefully everybody forgets that a flashback from like episode 2 is not a thing. But the king remembers. The king's like the North. The North remembers.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go. King of the North. But back to this episode. Give me the rundown on the strip scene with Maximus. I know you want to talk about this dude. It was a pretty. It's probably his best sequence in the entire show's run
in this season. In this season, he had a pretty good run in the first season, but this is his best one in this season.
I like this one better. I thought that this was prime because they actually gave this guy a chance to emote and express some like malicious joy as he activates the suit's potential. You can
because he doesn't know how this one operates or any of the weapon system, so he's looking around. He's trying to learn it. Because I remember when he's like weapons, and then it shoots those like artillery shells off his back.
Had the mech warrior rocket pods on the back.
Yeah, because his first fight in last episode, it was just him with razor blades on his wrists,
right,
or forearms.
Yeah.
So it was just him using those. And this one, it's actually he has weapons in that first one that comes up and he like hovers and he boom.
The jump pack shot was, and that's when he starts cracking up. It's, like, okay. So my man can smile. Oh, he does have some personality. Okay. Let him do that.
I think the longer he's away from the Brotherhood, he'll realize he'll more of his personalities are gonna come out because they were very rigid, very
right. They had to break him to build him up, yada yada, soldier stuff. Sure.
You saw a bit of it in season 1 when he had like his feet up, eating popcorn, watching TV.
Yeah, he's starting to rehumanize a little bit. Yeah. But dude, he goes to work on them Deathclaws, trading blows. One of them bites his head and cracks the helmet a little bit. I'm like, okay. He's taking some shots here. This is kind of, he's starting to get handed. I love that one kill where he gets knocked back and he's leaning on like the pile of debris, and then he just straight up shoves like a fucking railroad. I don't know what the hell. It's like metal jagged beam thing and just shanks this thing through the chest. Goes down.
He ran the gauntlet.
That was good.
That's what I was saying. Because there was like 6 of them. Because there were, dude, even at the homeboy sniped one of them. After homeboy sniped the last one when he was out of the armor with his pool cue and roulette wheel.
The NCR guy shot 2 of them.
No, he shot one.
No, dude, he shot one, and then they turned and looked, and then he fired that second shot where you saw the bullet come through at the camera.
Broke his hornet.
And broke the horn off. That was the second one. He already killed the first one to get these guys to turn around and be like, who fired that shot? And then Thaddeus is like, that guy. Yeah, no, the NCR got 2 of them. Thaddeus got 1. Maximus exploded at least 2 of them, dude. That's 6 by itself, and I think I'm forgetting 2 because I know he cut off
and there was
arm
still
off
one more
of them.
That was coming.
Right. There was at least one more in the distance, and that's when the NCR commander was like, we'll take it from here. And he's like, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. They had guns.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. And for once, I'll say, I won't even nitpick it for having filmed the monsters in the daylight. They didn't make the monsters do enough to make it look weird. Like they didn't have to light the effects doing a bunch of complicated fight choreography. So it's kind of like they charged and chomped on his head and like, oh, okay. I mean, you can't really screw that. I mean, Disney could screw it up. Per episode roast of Disney. I did.
But I liked how they did this in like segments too. And it started with like the most important, like, the cold open with this Legion, but after the opening, they went with like the most important. Like you went to the Ghoul, then you went to Lucy, and then you went to Maximus, and then you did you went back to the Ghoul, then you finally hit the vault while she's locked in there.
Yep. Excuse me.
And then they went to the New World Order out there who gets they open the breeding tube.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad you brought up these ass clowns because very, very disappointed with how all of that segment went down. I wanted so much more from this whole Lord of the Flies. What's that? Is that the book?
Yeah, where they're on the island and you have
Lord of the Flies. I needed more of this entire dynamic for like more episodes to like actually pay this off, because as it is, a room full of people were killed by enemies that you defeat out of the vault with like monkey wrenches. You get that? Like monkey wrenches and like screwdrivers and desk lamps. Like you can beat these things hand to hand.
They just woke up. They're like new babes in the woods.
Babes in the woods.
Probably would have killed a bear compared to what these guys did.
Dude, I don't know, man. It was just dumb. Dude, the dumbest part of that, right, is they survive the initial scuffle. They run for the office. The douchebag guy pushes Lucy's brother out and says, "No, not you. There's no room." It's a giant room, by the way. You can see in the back exactly how big it is, right? He hits the ground and slides under a table. The roaches all fly over him and like all sequentially get through the door, which is still wide open. And then the door just slowly closes and a human being throws himself against it to close it shut, like instead of grabbing it and fucking running out the. I don't. I was like,
no,
this
that was a
laughably
body.
stupid.
That was a body.
Was it a body?
Because it also covered in blood. It covered the glass in blood.
Okay, all right.
So that
Even
was a
still,
body.
dude, I'm running in the room. I see bugs come in the room. They're all
I'm
coming
going out of the room.
I'm running out of the room, dude. I'm running out of the room. Run out of the room with me, man. Come on. It was just stupid. It needed to be something more intimidating
Than
than Radroaches. Than Radroaches, man. It needed to be. You don't need to be. It needed to be the stupid cloaker bug from the alien abortion show we watched. You know what I mean? The corner hanging thing with the thing, and that didn't do
but
anything.
I mean, this one stays to the lore of Fallout, and like they're babes in the woods with no weapons.
Dude, if you die to a Radroach in any Fallout game when you're Babe in the Wood coming out of the vault, uninstall. You're more of a Stardew Valley kind of guy.
But that they did get uninstalled.
They did. They permanently uninstalled.
Yeah, that's right.
Coming back.
Now the part that got me is that his girlfriend survived that.
Yes, dude. Thank you. So the one person that was sympathetic to him for whatever reason, like because they
had the one that survived this attack.
2 nice sentences the episode prior. Survives the attack, but is wounded and clearly killed a Radroach with the screwdriver because it was on top of her and he moved it. Like nobody else in the room had the wherewithal to pick up a stapler, a desk lamp.
We saw what a stapler did earlier to one of the Legion guys. So
saying,
yeah,
you know. But we also know that the guy that was paid to pick Lucy up and bring her in mixed it up with a bigger Radroach in the desert and shanked it up and then walked away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, come on. It was just, I don't know. That was disappointing because I thought that they were going to trade that more interesting situation for the boring vault stuff, which gets resolved with the death to management thing and Stephanie opening Hank's private memento box, but it's the emergency pit boy and not pictures of Lucy. I think we all saw that coming because she very much so wanted.
What about the big reveal that Steph is actually Hank's wife?
Hank's wife. That was a nice little bit of the flashback that like, and that sets up the whole her opening the box and it not being personal effects. It's literally like the emergency.
I thought it was going to be the vial. I thought she was going to release the virus on them. That's what I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be the emergency pit boy.
Yeah. No, I definitely. I mean, I don't know if they're drawing any of that arc from the game. Somebody in one of the comments, one of the early videos, like if you think she's dying in that room, you've missed the point of the show. I'm like, explain it to me, man. If I'm surrounded by the bad guys and I don't have an obvious way out, I might Shawshank Ward myself. Like, that would be a fitting end for a villain manipulating a group of people. In my opinion.
She called in the cavalry.
Right, called the cavalry, but she's still not out of that vault.
Or did she call in the Mounties because she's Canadian?
Hey, probably that. But I'd still like to see how she gets out of that. And that doesn't even take into account the other vault that she had screwed over for the water that don't even make an appearance in this episode. Like they're still all over there dealing with the water shortage. And now this vault has descended into fucking kill management chaos.
Yep.
Like they're going wild the next season. Like that's not over. You know, as much as I didn't like the vault arcs this season, I also don't want them to not follow up on, hey, we hemmed up our lead villain of this segment in her apartment and we're all just
her office. It's her office.
Her wherever it was.
Yes, the overseer's office.
She had the desk. That's right.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like they've got her. She's pinned down. Like I need resolution to that, or I think it's kind of a cop out to not reveal what happens there.
Yeah, definitely.
True. Do any other big scenes?
Overall, I still think it's a good episode. I have I mean, the nitpicks are pretty much. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't notice the little things that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But overall, it was an enjoyable show. It was an enjoyable season. Yeah. And I'm really happy with season 2.
Yeah, it's competently done. I'll take that back. It's better than competently done. This feels like television how it used to be 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The episodes generally well done. People aren't mailing in performances. They do the best with what they have for effects budgets. You know, sometimes the de-aging thing, especially on Kyle MacLachlan, it did look a little uncanny valley-ish to me in the flashback sequences when he's the much younger man with the handcuff and the diode briefcase.
And getting married after hanging out one night with a girl.
Listen, dudes do stupid shit all the time. I'm just saying they drew his face wrong. You know, they mocapped his face wrong. The filter was off somehow. But the effects are good. Lucy's great. It was a very tearful performance at the end. So she can dial up the waterworks and do that kind of not damsel in distress, like the princess that lost her father vibe. Like that all works. It's good to see the Ghoul do his thing. Walton Goggins is a fucking pimp amongst fucking not pimps.
He is an American treasure.
Yeah, dude, fact. 100%.
Guns.
He might be new Billy D. Honestly, he is kind of cooler than the other side of the pillow. He really is. He's a cool dude. I can watch that dude do other shit.
To have them.
I mean, I like that. I'm looking forward to season 3. I hope they get on the ball quick. I was just having a discussion with work earlier about this very thing where shows, when they were on that, that TV format, like you were talking about the other week, you're off after your 25 episodes. You run it through reruns for a little bit for the break over the summer, and then bam, season 5 is here, and you just go. There's none of this 3-year, 4-year kids aged out thing, dude. Stop. Get on the ball. You don't need this show shouldn't take 2.5 years to make, barring natural disasters like pandemics and strikes
and strikes and two strikes, a pandemic.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like just start working now. Like there's none of those things would actually stop the people writing and putting together. I mean, a writer strike would stop them. You know what I mean? Like barring that, like it's like people can conceptualize this thing and storyboard the ideas and then have them ready to go when production becomes doable.
Yeah, I mean, Daredevil has it right. I think they have their schedule trying to write because it comes out in March, but they start filming the next season in March.
Right. Dude, get on the ball. Like if like especially if you're pre-approved from multiple seasons up front, which I think both of those shows were, Daredevil and Fallout. Like if you know that, use that to your advantage and build the momentum. Because if you give me 2 slapping good seasons quick, I'm definitely in for the third. If you're Netflix, it gets a little dicey because we know most of you clowns cancel shows after like the 3rd season, which kind of blows.
Or the 1st season of a show that everybody loves.
That's, I mean, 1st to 3rd, like that's the thing. Like if you get to 3, they're like, oh, wait a minute, we're still getting 10 million average viewers on this season. Fuck them. We're gone. We're out.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have a Stranger Things that it only got 3 seasons.
You would think with all the obstacles that we just talked about, you'd think they'd have double smoked that really quick. But no, they didn't.
Yeah, the cast works good in this. I hope we find a true resolution what happened to Woody, like the body showing up or something like that. The actors
that's what I mean.
As a really funny guy, so I'd like to see him come back. Maybe he's not dead. He's just like he's tied up to a pipe somewhere.
Hello,
hello.
Can you hear me? I can't find my glasses. Like that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Legitimately be funny. And I think that's what I mean. I don't want them to abandon arcs that they've set up because they now think they've got a new mission for the Ghoul far from where they are. Like he's already he's already getting there is my impression at the end of the episode. He's looking at that mountain range. I don't think that's the mountains, like 10 seconds outside of Vegas. I think like there's been some time lapse. He's there.
With that shot, yeah. He's at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna pick up season 3 with him like doing the whole like probably a weird take on man drifts into town and there's some shit going on. Like it's gonna be a weird take. It's gonna be cool, and then it'll pick up with. I'm guessing this is a Wolf prediction here. Maybe a Winter Wolf prediction. Season 3 opens with the Battle of Vegas underway. It's already popped off. NCR is already fighting the Legion. I just have a feeling. Because I don't see the point. If we know the Legion's already at the city gates and the NCR is already inside, they need to pull, and I hate to even quote it, they need to pull a Last of Us season 2. Like, no, that battle is today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's on now.
Neither one of them don't have time to dig in. And if they do take time to dig in, you're giving the other side a chance to dig in. You gotta strike when the iron's hot.
And one of those sides already has the potential for 4 to 5 positions and such, being, on the inside of the city.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes down. I'm down for more. Do we know if we're absolutely getting season 3, right?
I am 98%
That's what I
sure
thought.
season 3 is happening. And
I thought
happening
we had
soon.
talked about we were talking about green lights for this like months ago, like when the show came back.
Yeah, I
thought
think
we'd already seen the headlines.
Yeah, I think they greenlit it while they were filming season 2.
Okay.
I'm distinctly remembering that article.
We're gonna have to pull up some numbers for Frostcast this week, because I'm sure that this has to have numbers somewhere on like Illuminate or Samba or something. I don't know. Do they even bother putting stuff from Prime on Nielsen? I don't really understand how any of that kind of
Yeah, I don't know how they
cross-pollinates.
keep the numbers for streaming, because once again, I can lie to you and tell you how many hours.
True.
If I control my servers, I'd be
Yeah,
like, "Yep, it's been up for 26 days."
Dude, you're not obligated to release those numbers publicly. Your shareholders might have a question or two about like what your actual, how those things are actually playing. But schmoes like us, we're not getting that info. But I mean, I know that, again, when I pop on YouTube and I use YouTube, and we all use YouTube a little different, how we search things, our algorithms are all different. My feed is not covered wall to wall with critique videos of this show the same way Starfleet Academy is getting dunked on week to week.
And I think that's because a lot of channels that do like what we do look for the negative, because negative draws in viewers.
Right, but that's what I mean. So in a vacuum, then that either means Fallout's good or Fallout's mediocre to not bother trying to tear down. And I'll take either of those over getting dunked on like the Acolyte.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think Fallout's an effective show that's telling an interesting story. The characters are all likable. They do enough weird Fallout universe shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, all right. So I think
Goggins needs to be nominated for a limited series Emmy or Golden Globe or something, because he deserves to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I think that's going to do it for us and Fallout Season 2, guys. Let us know in the comments below if you've enjoyed the show. I know some of you guys are lore experts out there. Where do you think that is this going? Where we think this is going? Are they going to pull heavily from more elements of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3? I guess are the two that they've already kind of used.
I think it's going to be a little bit of 4, because that's what I would do. I don't know anything for sure. I just think that would be the better story arc. Knowing how the Ghoul is and how he wants his family back. He gets one, and now he has to find the other that was taken from their new cryopod.
True. So, yeah. So like I was saying, any of you guys that are experts, like where do you think this is going? How do they do? Let us know. And we will catch you guys in the next one. See you guys.
Bye, people.